but I used a poop ton, proper term, poop ton of layers. Hey guys, welcome back. So got another new at the drugstore video for y'all today. I love these videos. I know y'all love them. I just love drugstore makeup. I love trying out the things and filming these videos for y'all. So I just think they're a blast and I love that y'all love them too. So today is gonna be about new goodies from Wet n Wild. And I think my plan is to break this up into two parts because I've already got a lot of stuff in front of me and I have even more things to show you guys. And it's a lot of stuff. So I think I'm gonna do it in two videos is my plan. So this is gonna be part one today. So I'm just gonna run through the different goodies, show you some swatches, let you know my thoughts on them, and just do a what's new at the drugstore video. So let's get to it. Okay, so first thing I have to show you are these new Mega Jelly eyeshadows. So I got 3 different shades to try out. Here they are right here. So I got Champagne Diet. That's a cute name. And this one, that one's kind of like a, I'll show you swatches in a second. This one's kind of like a, oh, I don't even know how to describe it, like a antique gold kind of a color. And then I got this one that's kind of a rose gold. This one is Wedding Season. That's a cute name. And then this one is Code Red. Code Red. So those are the 3 that I got. So these are a potted jelly type eyeshadow. So you open them up and they are in the little pot and you take off this little plasticky lid thing. Let's see if I can get the plasticky lid thing off. Okay, here it goes. It's kind of scary and messy. Like, let me try to kind of scrape this off. So there's a little stopper that goes on top of it, but the stopper always has like a ton of product on it. At least mine does. So I feel very like I have to be very delicate with it because this is like a messy accident waiting to happen. But I don't know how they really would have changed, could have changed the packaging to make that different or better because it's just that jelly kind of a, it's like a liquidy jelly sort of a formula. Is that the word? Yeah, formula. So that's what the packaging looks like. It's pretty looking, like it looks, semi-fancy, which I think is pretty. So pretty packaging to it. Okay, here are the swatches. So that one is Champagne Diet. This one is Wedding Season, and that one is Code Red. Code Red seems different than the other 2. It's more liquidy and more jelly, less pigment to it. So I really don't actually like this one very much. So I would say probably skip that one unless I just maybe got a weird one or it needs to mix together somehow. But for me, like the one that I have, it seems different. These 2, I like them more. This one is my favorite. It's very pigmented. You can see, I mean, that was like a tiny amount of product to get that much pigmentation to it. Catches the light, very metallic-y. So pigmented, pretty, metallic. It has like that sheen to it. Wedding Season almost looks like it has some micro shimmer to it. I think actually each of them might have some, I mean, it is so tiny, it's hard to detect, but I think there might be a little bit of micro shimmer in each of them. So I don't love these just because I think they're a little bit more high maintenance. I think they're fun. I love playing with makeup. So, I mean, for the fun of it, I like them, but this wouldn't be something that I would reach for every single day because I think it's just a little bit more work. It does blend out nicely, like you can put a little bit on your lid and then just kind of blend it, and it can be kind of a one and done sort of a shadow. But honestly, I would rather do that with like a pigmented metallic shadow or something like that versus something like this. But if you like fun makeup, if you like jelly sort of shadows, these do seem like nice quality, pigmented, but I would go with these 2 over that one. Now let's talk eyeshadow palettes. So I have 4 different ones to show you. So the first one I have to show you is Stop Playing Safe. This is what it looks like. So you get the 2 larger transition shades and then 8 smaller shadows in there. Nice collection of metallic-y shades and also mattes. So there's what that one looks like. Here are the swatches on this guy. So overall, really nice. The mattes are a really nice formula. They are buildable. Some of them are super pigmented right off, like that one right there you can see. Some of them do have to be built up a little bit, like this transition shade, but honestly some of that is because it's just a lighter shadow, and even on, my skin, it's not that far off from my skin tone, so I do still have to kind of build that up. So it kind of depends on the color that you're using, but nice formula to them. I would describe them as pretty buttery and kind of silky. So usually sometimes those silky shadows do have to be built up a little bit, but you do have some playtime there. So nice matte formula. The metallic-y shades are overall really nice and pigmented. I do still like to use these with a setting spray because I think it kicks them up a notch. As you can see, these two right here, nicely pigmented, very pigmented. So you can still use them dry, but I do still like to use them with the setting spray just because it kicks them up a notch and makes them even more metallic-y. So this one's a cute one. If you like those kind of, I don't know, I would describe this as kind of like beachy sort of a palette, then this one would probably be the one for you because it's got some fun blues and then some also fun like warm shades. Next I've got V.I.PURPLE to show you. So here is this one. So this one's gonna be your kind of cool tone, taupey, purpley sort of a palette. So again, you've got the 2 larger transition shades there and then the 8 smaller shades. This one has a few more metallic-y shades in it. So there is what you're getting in this one. Here are the swatches. And one thing I do want to note about these palettes is that I do notice with some of the shadows, especially the metallic-y shades, you kind of have to get down into them a little bit to get the most pigmentation out of them. A great example is this one, and then also the teal from the other palette. It's kind of like once you get down past the initial top layer of them, you've got more of that, oh, I don't even know, that kind of thickness to the shadow that kind of helps adhere it to your lid and also build it on itself. So I do think you kind of have to get into them a little bit. So here are the swatches on this one. Overall, really pretty palette. If you like purpley taupey shades, I think this is a great option. So yeah, there's that one. This one is Cosmic Collision. So there is what that looks like. So this one I would say is overall, it's got some neutral tones in there for sure. So you could totally do a daytime look, but there's quite a few jewel toned shadows in here as well. So I think this is a good kind of evening, sultry sort of palette, or also kind of a day to night sort of a palette. So there is that one. Some fun duochrome shades in here. Here are the swatches on this one. I love this one right here. I don't mind the weird knuckle swatch spot, so it's on the weird knuckle swatch, but hopefully you can still see it. It's that fun kind of mustardy, ugly sort of color that's really, really fun. So I like that one a lot. There are those cool duochrome shadows. I really do like the other transition shade. So yeah, I think this one is fun. Like if you're looking for kind of a nighttime or day to night sort of a palette, it's really nice. I really like that one as well. This one's kind of that, it's like a deep peacock sort of a color, but it's got this metallic-y sort of a sheen to it. It's very pretty. The last one is my favorite. This one is my Glamour Squad. So here is what it looks like. So this one is overall a neutral sort of a palette. It's kind of rosy, kind of bridally. Love this one because I think it's great for daytime, great for neutral looks. If you're looking for color, this wouldn't be the palette for you, but great for daytime looks, but then you can also kind of sultry it up a little bit with these deeper tones. Just some pretty kind of rosy shades in here. I love the collection of colors in this one. And I do feel like the quality in this palette is maybe like a step above the other ones. I don't know if it's just because I've kind of gotten down into these shadows a little bit more to get to that pigmentation, but I just feel like it's a little bit better. I don't know. Really, really like this one. The metallic-y shades just seem a little bit more pigmented. The mattes seem a little bit more pigmented. So this one's definitely my favorite. If you like rosy shades, if you like neutral looks, this one is the one that I would definitely go with for sure. So quick wrap up thoughts on these. I think these are great little palettes. Are they the nicest shadows I've ever worked with? The best formula I've ever worked with? No, I wouldn't say that, but I think for the price point, they are very workable. There are some really pretty shades in here. Like I said, this one is my favorite, but I think for the price point, they're nice little palettes. They also have a new brow pencil. This is the Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil. I did get this in soft brown, which was the lightest shade I could find, but this is a little dark for me, so I did have to bring in some brow powder that was kind of a lighter color to try to sort of lighten my brows a little bit. I think they still work, but just the pencil by itself is a little dark for my hair color. So yeah, soft brown. It says micro tip 1.5 millimeter micro point. So this is your tiny little brow pencil. Here is what it looks like. So one side has the little tiny spoolie on it, and then the other side has the super teeny tiny little micro brow pencil. So I have used this several times. This is a very tiny micro brow pencil. So here is what it looks like. It is don't know, I wouldn't describe it as a super soft pencil, but I did find that I kind of like broke it off at one point, and then it wears down pretty quickly. So I feel like I'm gonna use up this brow pencil pretty quickly, but I do like the formula of it. It applies nicely. The micro tip to it is so nice and easy to draw on those little brush hair strokes. So it's easy to use. It is easy to apply. It's not overly creamy where it feels like it's moving everywhere, but it's not too dry either where you really have to like scrape on your face to get some color. It's right in the middle. So I really do like the formula of it. And I like the size of the pencil, that it just is easy to get those little brush strokes. So yeah, I think I would say the only negative to it is I do feel like I'm probably gonna go through it pretty quickly. Packaging seems good on it. I didn't notice it kind of like curving, you know, twisting back down into itself as I was using it. So I like the packaging of it. I do like how it applied and how it was to use. The color just isn't quite ideal for me, but I do think this is a great little micro brow pencil in the drugstore. It may just kind of run out a little bit quickly. They have some new liquid liners. So these are the MEGALINER liquid eyeliners, and I got the shade Metallic Brown. I think the two ones that they had were both metallic-y, so I picked the brown one. So here's the outside packaging on that, super duper cute. Here is the actual liner itself. So it's got the color on the cap to it, so that's nice. So you can see quickly and easily what color you're grabbing. So this is your brush tip eyeliner situation, which I am not so good at. I find these to be a little bit challenging to use. I mean, if you're used to a brush tip applicator, this one's a good one. It's just I'm not quite as skilled and talented with using this kind of a liner, but you know, no fault of the product. That's just user error. So let me get a swatch for you. So it is a beautiful kind of bronzy metallic-y brown, which I think is really beautiful. I don't know what happened up there. That's a funky looking swatch, but you can see the color. It's a gorgeous metallic brown. I think it's pretty. I think it's pigmented. I was able to get it on my eyes, and it was pigmented. It wasn't like difficult to apply, you know, because of formula of the product or anything. You just have to be used to that kind of a brush tip applicator. So there it is. I think it's pigmented. I think it went on well. I think it's pretty on the eyes. I think it is metallic without being shimmery. So if you are looking for a metallic eyeliner, I think this is a good option. I'm looking very closely. I really do not see any micro shimmer, so I think it's just a metallic brown. Pretty metallic brown eyeliner. I grabbed one of their new mascaras to try. This is the, what is it called? Mega Volume Mascara. It says boosts volume, dramatic fuller lashes, intensifies and thickens, smudge proof. So I got it in Very Black. Love the packaging on this. This cute light pink. Oh my gosh, I love it. When it first came in the mail, I ordered these online. I told Tim, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this pink packaging. It's so girly and just cutesy. So I love the light pink. It's just super duper cute. I love a volumizing mascara, and I am very picky about mascaras. And I think this one is workable. I do have this on my lashes today. Here's what it looks like. So this is a brush tip applicator. I think it's supposed to be straight. I think mine's just a little bit wonky. So I think it's not, I don't think it's intended to be bent like that. I don't think, but there it is. It's not like it's a curved wand. It just looks like slightly bent. Anyway, let me see if it shows on the packaging. Does it show full spiral brush? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's curved or anything. So I think it's supposed to be just a straight brush applicator. So there's that. So I used this today, and it is buildable. I don't think my lashes look bad. I think they are visible. I do think they look volumized, but I used a poop ton, proper term, poop ton of layers. I don't even know how many different layers I used. Probably 5, 6, maybe even 7 layers that I just kept going back in and back in. It wasn't getting clumpy. It was building on itself and building up volume, but it's not like it never got to intense volume, and that is a lot of layers. But I do think it is workable. I actually really like the way my lashes look right now. You know, it would just be kind of nice if it didn't take me 7 layers to get there, but it is an option. It is workable. Depends on how much volume you're going for. For me, this won't be a go-to mascara, but I did want to give it a shot. There are some new bronzers. These are the Color Icon bronzers, and I got the shade What Shady Beaches. Cute name to it. I picked one that was really too dark for me. I can make this work, but when it first came in the mail, I was like, whoops, I chose wrong. So this one is a very warm matte bronzer. I don't see any shimmer to this. It's very warm. You could even say orangey. At least on my skin tone, this is pretty orangey. But I do have it on today, and I don't think it looks terrible. But I mean, that's pretty orange. So I think you have to be really more kind of warm complected to pull this off, and you'll get that kind of like warm, summery look to your skin. But for me, that's pretty hard to pull off. So as far as color, this is not ideal for me, but as far as formula, I do really like it. It is easy to apply, easy to blend, pigmented, but then blendable, which is good. That's what I'm looking for in a bronzer. So I like the formula of it. It's really just more about the color, that this color ain't ideal for me. And the last things I have to show you in this video are the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipsticks. So I grabbed two different shades of these. This lighter one is Flirt Alert, and this darker one is Taffy Tantrum. So both super cute pink shades. Really, really like the two shades I picked. I like the packaging on these a lot. I think they're pretty looking. They look very similar to the other Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks from Wet n Wild. I like the white on them. These have that same kind of angled doe foot applicator that has a little groove in them that kind of holds the product. So nice applicator on them. I love that when you close them, they have a little click to them. So you can really tell that you close them tightly. So nice little details, really like the packaging. So they describe these as, well, let me tell you which colors are which. So this one is Flirt Alert, and this one is Taffy Tantrum. So both super cute pinks. So they describe these as a high shine lipstick. I would really kind of describe these as a hybrid in between a gloss and a lacquer. More towards a lacquer, but not full on there, because I'm not usually a fan of lacquers because they usually feel very thick and heavy on the lips. These do not feel that way at all, but they are thicker than a gloss. So that's why I kind of say that they're in between the two. They don't feel tacky and heavy on the lips, but they are a little bit thicker than a regular gloss, but they are shiny, they are pigmented. So if you like a shiny, pigmented sort of a gloss lacquer hybrid situation, high shine lipstick, whatever they call it, I think you'd really like these. I think they're pretty. I really enjoy them. I think they're comfortable, pigmented, and shiny and beautiful on the lips. All right, guys, so those are all the goodies that I have to show you in this video today. So hope that you really enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful for you. Please hit a thumbs up if it was. Let me know down below if you tried any of these goodies. What are your thoughts on them? Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.